Dear friends, today we'll be talking about the topic how to turn around any organization. In this topic, we have already talked on the issue of HR and technology. Today, I'll be taking the third aspect, that is a work centric organization. I am Prabhakar Singh, former Director General of Central Public Works Department and former technical advisor to Government of Andhra Pradesh in the rank of Cabinet Minister. Friends, in large organizations where there are different departments, a large number of clients, customers, and if it has long history, then lot of redundancy in its policies and functioning creeps up if we don't look at it very critically. I'll be trying to give you some examples from my own experience in CPWD, which had gone sick and a decision was taken to wind it up, but by grace of God, I was able to turn it around. In earlier videos, you have already heard that how I could achieve a growth rate of 2500% within a period of about 1.5 years. Only the basic things one has to look at in the organization, whether its functioning is as per its requirement, whether it is work centric. If this is a litmus test of any aspect, any rules, regulations, any policy, any decision of the department, whether it is work centric, whether it is in the interest of department or not. Friends, I will give you one example. I used to sit in the transfer posting meetings of CPWD. The presenter used to talk about the DOPT rules, CVC rules, other things related to audit, vigilance, etc. And accordingly, we used to transfer large number of people all over India summarily, whether it was in the interest of department or not, it was not seen. I used to ask, you have requirement of other organization, other departments, other statutory organizations, but what is our work requirement, whether you have tabulated? This information was not there. And this caused a lot of dissatisfaction, not in the employees as well as our clients also, who were very sensitive to this, and because of which we were losing many works from the kitty of CPWD. Even if two person is having same qualification, basic qualification, there's a difference between the two. The background, the personality, the taste. So no two persons are same, and their suitability may differ. One may be good for one post, one place, one requirement, and the other may be better. So in the interest of organization, we should do what is best for the organization, not compromise on this. So we prepared the details of the requirement of department, projects requirements, suitability of people, their issues, and after discussing all these things, only the transfer postings were done. And this increased the performance of department. The workload increased, the satisfaction level of employees and the clients also increased. Many people were not ready to go to many projects. They wanted to live in the metro cities, rightly so, because of their family, education issues, etc. But our department was such that the developmental works were scattered all over India in remote places. Then what to do? You cannot do wonders with dissatisfied people, and that's what was happening. The body language of department was like that. Nobody appreciated. Nobody wanted to come to CPWD for their work. So I increased the number of hard areas, hard stations where the people were reluctant to go. The tenures were reduced to 2 years, and the incentive was given to them that after completion of these 2 years, they will be given their choice postings. And we did that religiously. The confidence of people increased tremendously, and we were getting many options from people for such kind of posting, and our projects looked up, our performance looked up hereafter. When I examined the organization from the point of view of work centricity, I found there is a shortage of people. But at the same time, there are more number of people in places where there is not much of work. For example, there were many planning posts. Many good people, they didn't want to go for lazy posting of planning. And there were many people who wanted to remain in planning only because it was not so demanding. It was in headquarters. And so I decided to abolish this post altogether. And huge number of people were now available for project works. The people in the field were asked to do the planning work also. The same person, when he was in planning, he will put lot of objections on files. But when he goes to field, he will try to solve the problem, try to find ways and means of doing the work, and look at it from positive point of view. So this change brought a new lease of life in the organization. For making the organization, one has to look at the entire functioning very critically, and for that I decided to go for ERP in the organization. That is the system through which quick decisions can be taken, and the performance of the organization will improve. The moment I looked at ERP, it required that the entire procedure of the organization is to be laid down, and that required a relook into the manual. CPWD is 165-year-old organization. The manual was about 450 odd pages, and it has long history. The rules and regulation procedures were developed over the period, and a lot of amendments were made in this. And sometimes it was contradictory also in one part or other part. People used to take advantage of that sometimes. And the manual was a sort of negative document for me. It used to start that with the line that no work should be awarded without obtaining administrative approval and all those procedures. So people were afraid to take decisions. A lot of audit and vigilance cases used to crop up due to the gray areas in the manual and its contradictory nature and voluminous enormity of the manual. So I decided to rewrite. This time it was not amendment. We rewrote the entire manual, simplify it for the people who are working in field, planning, wherever, and make it work-centric for the first time. I wrote a preamble of the manual. There was no preamble earlier, and in that it was clearly written that this manual is for doing the work. And for doing the work, anything comes in the way, any bona fide mistake, I think that should not be taken otherwise. I had given powers to the next level of authority to look into any auditor or vigilance cases which gets cropped up due to minor deviations, bona fide mistakes in the interest of work. And that really created great confidence in the people. They came to know that if I am working fearlessly, with no motives which can be questioned, I will not be harassed by anybody in the name of audit or vigilance. So, in any organization, this kind of positive feeling has to be created. The way I talked about the planning and field postings, large number of projects were without engineers at different levels. Projects were getting delayed due to large number of layers in decision making. There were 7 layers from junior engineer to DG level, and the file used to move with the speed of tortoise from JE to XCN, JE to AE to XCN to SCE to chief to ADG to SDG to DG, and sometime to ministry. The first thing I did was to delayer the whole organization. One level was reduced, intermediate reduced from 7 levels to 4 levels. I combined SDG and ADG. Once SDG is there, ADG will not be there. Another is chief engineer and SE. If chief engineer is there, SE is not there. Similarly, AE and JE. If AE is there, JE is not there. AE and XCN, any one of them will be there. So this way, the requirement of people reduced and the capacity of organization was increased many-fold. People started working with enthusiasm because it was indirect promotion also and lot of responsibility given to them. For this, wherever required, units were made smaller, but thriving units, vibrant with its activity, rather than a huge scale of units having large number of levels and confusion at all levels. Over the period, sometimes in organization, a complacency creeps up. Like in CPWD, people started to become managers. The engineers forgot the job of engineer. There is specialization, and they became merely managers or clerks. That was detrimental to the organization. We had unified command, but specialization is also needed for taking account of the changing technology, new requirements, new products, new materials, etc. So I encouraged everybody to do the design work which they had forgotten. The planning and field posting were combined. The person in field was required to do the design work also. And for hand holding this kind of job, I created design hubs in the metro cities where experts from all fields were posted, and they were giving advice to the field people in complex projects or complex designs. The registration of contractors, whenever I sat in their meetings, I found that again the same story. They used to see the income tax clearance certificate, the EPF organization registration, ESI registration. I asked, yes, you are complying with all those things. Whether income tax department asked these contractors whether they have made green buildings, whether EPFO asked these contractors whether they have used ISI materials or what technology they have used. So similarly, what is our requirement for these contractors? What is our requirements for the present technology, the aspiration of our clients, the iconic buildings to be made, aspiration of our nation, whether the contractors are meeting those? They were sorely missing, and so a lot of improvement I did in that. The performance of contractors, performance of employees, It was all subjective. I made it online. Every day, whatever the decision or whatever the performance of these people, it used to get reported, and cumulative uh, appraisal used to be done. So the subjectivity in this was removed totally. The extension of time of contractors was really a matter which was totally subjective earlier. Projects are delayed, but no contractors used to get penalized sometimes for various reasons. But now I made extension of time or the that day-to-day working register at site order book, etc. online, which could not be tampered later on, and the work became totally work-centric. The performance became work-centric, and this increased the performance of my employees and the contractors. If you look at the file system, AE prepares the file, it goes to XCN. In XCN office, division office, there is AE planning. Again, one AE planning looks at it, then XCN clears it. It goes to SE office. In SE office, there is XCN planning again, and AE planning. So again, the XCN, they look at it, and similar thing happens in SE office. There is E planning, and chief office there is a SE planning. ADG office there is CE planning, and so on and so forth. So every file used to go to hundreds of seats like this, and there was a duplicacy. I made it a single file system in which one level of officer, if he has seen once, same level of officer will not see the file again. So if AE sends the file to XCN, he has to see it himself, and when XCN sends it to SE, SE has to see it himself. He cannot mark it down anywhere. Similarly, when SE sends to CE has to see himself and clear it, and whatever decision he has to take, he will take. Similarly, in the office of ADG and SDG, and again DG. This reduced the decision taken time remarkably. I was telling in earlier episodes how from 300% time and cost escalations in projects, it was reduced to zero level, and how it went to minus 30% level. So the projects were getting completed with time and cost saving to the tune of 30%. That increased the confidence of people. Even the Prime Minister once told in one of the inaugurations, I think many times, at least 3 times I have heard, that he has not seen any organization in government department, in government, which does work within time, within cost, and good quality. If it happens in government department also, he was really surprised. So a person of that stature and that says that means a lot to anybody. So I take pride in that, how it was turned around. Then single file system was, again, I changed it to digital file system, in which the physical file was given a by, it was eliminated, and only electronic files were sent, which you could see anywhere, anytime. The constraint of office time and office place had gone, and it became 24/7, including all kinds of holidays. And if a file is stuck up at any level, it can be seen very easily by higher ups. And I had put a limit that if a file remains stuck up at any level for some time, then it should be moved to the higher level automatically, attributing a negative performance remark on the person who was holding the file without taking decision, which may go into his performance report, which is called APR. I used to do daily review of the entire organization. That is required of the CEO. The first thing I used to do after reaching office was the review of the entire organization. And at the level of all India, it was weekly meetings, online meetings. In those days, it was pre-COVID days when online meetings were not so popular, but I did that. Any decision taken in those meetings were recorded, and no files were required to be sent for formal approvals of those decisions. So at any corner, any hard area, the remotest corner, people used to feel very responsible and very elated when decisions were taken for their any smallest issues which they are facing. They knew that they are being taken care of at the highest level in the organization. So the confidence level of people really increased, which was converted into performance of the organization. I opened a central monitoring, control and command center to view the progress of all the projects live. The technology is there and we use the technology. Now drones are there by which you can physically see what is happening at site. The presence of media, press conference, meeting with the clients, stakeholders on regular basis in organized way is very much essential for any organization to know its strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. And we may do our SWOT analysis on everyday basis, what we have to do. So this way, I was able to create synergy, satisfaction by creation of work centers. Everybody was performing. There were no hiding places, no place which was not challenging place, which was earlier we had many postings in the name of planning or other things where people could hide and relax, but now it was challenged right from top to bottom. Even SDG and ADGs who were having very easy time before their retirement were now required to work very hard, and they were directly in the field, directly into the day-to-day operations, which was really a good sight to see. And with their experience and their involvement in projects, things really looked up. Friends, this was my experience of turning around CPWD, a large organization. By following this principle of work centers, you will be able to improve performance of your organization multifold tremendously. So I will stop here today. In the next episode, I will be taking the different aspect of organization on which we have to focus for turning around. If you have liked my talk, I request you to kindly subscribe, share, and like my video. Thank you.